Welcome back to another Trade Journal video. This is Trade Journal number 61. And before I jump into this week's trades, don't forget to like and subscribe so you can stay up to date on all of my trades. Now, jumping into the one position that I had for this week, it was on TQQQ. And what I had on TQQQ was a poor man's covered call. So last Friday, right here on this candle, I bought a leap call option with a long time until expiration, and then I sold a weekly call against it. And I sold that weekly call right here at the $139 strike price for a profit of $120. And as you can see, because price ended up closing above that strike price, what I ended up doing was actually closing out both the leap call and the weekly call on Thursday right here when price was somewhere in this range for a total profit of $400. So even though I sold this call for $120, there was still some additional profit made from the long call that actually pushed my total profit up to $400. Now, jumping into my trades for next week, I have a similar trade setup for next week where I have set up another poor man's covered call. So I bought another leap call option, and now I'm selling a weekly call at the $144 strike price. So let me go ahead and move that there. So right here at this blue line, and I sold this weekly call for $223. Again, if this position moves and gets above the blue line, I should be able to close out the entire position, both the long call and the weekly call together, for a profit that's probably closer to $300. But we'll see how price moves next week. The other trades that I have set up for next week are on Apple. So on Apple, what I have is another poor man's covered call. So again, I've been in a long leap call option on Apple for a while. I got in somewhere around this region. Now that price has come up quite a bit and we have earnings coming up next Thursday, I have sold a call at the 152.5 strike price, so right here, for $110. So we'll see what happens next week given that earnings are happening and there could be some momentum to the upside. The other trade that I have for next week is on Facebook. So exact same play as the Apple trade. This is a poor man's covered call. I got into the leap call option somewhere around here, so I've been in it for a while. And now that Facebook has earnings coming up next week on Monday, the volatility is high enough and I was able to sell way up here at $370 for a max profit of $65 expiring this following Friday. Ideally, I should have sold it yesterday when price was up here, but there's no way to tell that price was going to tank down given the news that came out about Snapchat and how it impacted kind of everything in the ad tech space. So all in all for this week, I have made $400 on TQQQ, and as of right now, set up for next week, I have $223 on TQQQ, $110 on Apple, and $65 on Facebook for a total profit of $398. And if some of these end up moving higher, for example, the Apple position or the TQQQ position, then I could stand to make a little bit more than $398. But again, we'll see what happens next week and how price moves. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave those down below. Or if you want to hear my stock analysis on any stocks, again, feel free to leave those down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next week.